Gauss. I play horn. I started playing horn when I was 10 years old, and I studied it in college and graduate school. I have a master's in performance. I met Justin in undergrad. We played in a quintet together for 2 years. Right now, I am a welder, of all things, which is of course what you do with a master's degree in music, you become a welder. But I am also blessed to be a private horn teacher as well, and I get to pass on my love of music to young people, which I
Hi, my name is Tim Stevens. I'm playing along with Justin on his recital. I play the bassoon. Played the bassoon for quite a long time, since high school, through a lot of community groups, and we played together in the Denver Pops Orchestra, which is where I met him. The bassoon uses this reed made out of cane. I actually harvest and cure all my own bassoon canes.
My name is Dave, and I played the oboe and English horn. I actually grew up in a family that was not musically inclined whatsoever. I'm playing with the Denver Pops Orchestra right now. That's where I met Justin.
To me, classical music is so much more intense and vital than other forms of music because it contains absolutely every kind of human emotion. No matter what mood you're in, there's a piece of music out there that is either the perfect antidote or the perfect amplifier for that. For me, sometimes I actually have to stay away from it for a little while because there are certain pieces of music that I listen to that I can't listen to without becoming like this little ball of crying, you know. What a classical composer can do with all the different sounds and all the different dynamics, but to pull emotions out of you, there's nothing else that compares to that.
So classical music is a big part of my life. I've auditioned a couple of times for professional jobs. I haven't quite made that. I'm a real talented amateur. So my day job is an engineer. So in the day I do computers and technology, and at night I do classical music. So it kind of rounds out my life. And it kind of brings just relaxation and excitement, the whole range of emotions. So it's a more emotional thing and enjoyable than just sitting and programming a computer.
Classical music has always been a part of my soul. I can't get around it, you know. I always have to have music around me, playing constantly, you know. I can't drive without music on, I can't study without music on. I've got to have that music always going, and it's so important to me. Yeah. Everybody naturally needs to have some music appreciation. We all need to remember that the very first higher learning college or university was that of music. They taught music first. From music came out the commerce and the business and the mathematics and everything like that. So we have music to thank for all of this higher learning education.
Classical music, to me, is the fine art of developing sound to its finest level. Popular music works with daily issues and daily strifes and feelings and emotions, and not that those things aren't present much in classical music, but we try to go beyond that instant level of, oh, my heart is breaking, achy, breaky heart. The three short pieces by Jacques Ibert remind me of paintings by Picasso where you're looking at an image, just a standard daily image, but creating new ways of seeing it. The Ibert is, to me, quite an interesting piece. I find it quite energizing. Each movement has its own character.
I think this piece is cheerful, playful, fun, and slightly off-kilter and quirky, which is actually fairly typical of French composers. I feel like this has a very pastoral feeling to it. You know, I think of those people maybe at the turn of the century and those kind of old wooden bicycles. And of course, the second movement is very romantic.
This is a fun piece. Yeah, it just makes you laugh and smile. It is an enjoyable piece to actually perform. I can just envision during this piece that it's this cowboy and he's coming into town and he's riding a horse and he has this donkey behind him and he goes into the town. Of course, he has to go to the saloon, of which then there's drunken people everywhere, and then there's a big brawl, and then later on after the brawl, then he meets his loved one, and then they actually have a very nice picnic in a very big meadow. Wink, wink. And then at the very end, everybody gets together and everybody's just so happy, and it's a wonderful piece that way. You can almost envision all of this. I mean, he's so good. And Ibert was a cinema pianist.
For a quintet, you're playing mostly all the time, and you're much more of a soloist or exposed parts. And the other difference in a quintet, you're more of a leader. Each musician is more of a leader. So there's no conductor, leading you along. So you take more of a leadership role.
When you're sitting out in the audience, you tend to hear the music all as one solid piece, kind of like a cake that you're eating on your plate, and it's all there. The cake itself and the filling between the layers of the cake and the frosting, and it's all there. But when you're making the cake, you're putting together these different parts, and that's what we are as the performers in the quintet. Sometimes I'm listening to the clarinet, sometimes I'm listening to the bassoon, sometimes to the horn, sometimes to the oboe, to make all the parts fit together.
It's just pure joy to play this piece. Woodwind quintet has always been one of my favorite things about being a musician. The horn is a really great instrument because we have a whole variety of sounds that we get to make with our instrument. We can pick up the tones, qualities of other instruments and kind of like sneak into their sound and kind of pick it up and we can sound like a bassoon, we can sound like a clarinet.
It's great playing in a quintet because you're not playing with 100 or 85 musicians, you're just playing with 5. A 5 is a good number too because you're all playing off of one another, which is great. And it is a unique learning experience that way, but it always makes you smile.